we're just adding one more step to our solving equations. So I'm assuming you guys already wrote down these final 4 steps. I'll give you guys like a minute to rewrite them if you want. What's important is we always want to start with eliminating parentheses. So we're just going to solve like we have been solving, but we want to get rid of the parentheses first. You still need to write from your neighbor if you feel like you need it. And let's try one. Go ahead and write this example down in your notes. We have -3 and then parentheses 2 minus c equals 6, or sorry, c minus 2. All right, according to my new set of directions, Josh, where would I start with this one? Yeah, perfect. So we're going to eliminate the parentheses, and just like Josh said, what that means is we want to distribute. So to get rid of these parentheses, we need to distribute this -3. Make sure you guys always double check what sign is in front of what you need to be distributing. So we're distributing a 3, but we're also distributing that negative. So we're distributing -3. We need to distribute it to the 2 and the -c. So -3 times 2 is going to get me -6. And then I have -3 times -c. Again, be very careful with your signs. -3 times -c gives me what, Isaac? Yeah, plus 3c. So negative times negative gives me a positive, and then 3 times c gives me 3c. So plus 3c. There's my left side. Equals, don't have any parentheses on the other side, so I'm just going to rewrite c minus 2. My next step is always to combine like terms on each side of the equal sign, but we don't have any like terms, right? Because my number is by itself. I only have one term that has c's in it. Same on the other side. So next, what should I do, Jordan? Yeah, I could subtract c from both sides. So I'm going to bring down that -6. 3c minus c is going to give me plus 2c. Carry down my equal sign. C minus c cancels those c's out, which is what we wanted to do, so we're in good shape. And then we can't forget about our -2. All right, now, Drew, what should I do next? Take out the constant. Yeah, that's the official directions. What should I actually do though to do that? Yeah, perfect. Add 6 to both sides because I want to get rid of the constant on the side that already has a c on it. Those go away. I'm going to bring down my 2c. -2 plus 6 gives me 4. And then what do I do, Sophie, to get my c by itself? So yeah, this is 2 times c, so I want to divide both sides by 2. So c equals 2. These 2's cancel. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. That is my final answer. All right, now I have some distributing to do on both sides. Really? So when we distribute the -1, this becomes -6c, and this becomes +5 because we had a negative times a negative. Anywhere else that you guys got messed up that you realized when we went over it? Or does everyone feel pretty good about that? These ones it just gets a little bit longer. There's just an extra step, but if you follow those directions, you guys should be totally fine. Just be careful with your distributing. All right, one last one. We'll do this one as a class. So go ahead and copy it down. Negative, and then parentheses 7 minus 9z minus 6z equals 8 times parentheses -6 plus 2. So this one you guys might realize is like sort of weird because inside of the parentheses there's just numbers, right? So in that first set of parentheses it's 7 minus 9. In the second set of parentheses it's negative 6 plus 2. So there's no variables in there. If there were variables, we would probably just start by distributing. But since there aren't variables, if I were you guys, I would start by just simplifying what's in the parentheses. So just like if we do the order of operations, we always start with the parentheses. We want to look inside of these parentheses and see what can I do before I even start to do my solving. So if I'm just going to start by rewriting this and putting the stuff in the parentheses just as one number. So 7 minus 9 gives me what? Negative 2 times z minus 6z equals 8. Negative 6 plus 2 gives me what? Negative 4. All right, now I can get rid of my parentheses. Yep.
Didn't you also distribute the negative sign? So
you could, yeah. So you could have done distributing. You could have distributed this z as well. But your distributing just gets a little bit easier because now I just have multiplication and I don't really have to do the distributing. If you're an expert distributor, you should be getting the same answer either way. A lot of these things you can do in different orders and you should get the same answer. So now I'm going to eliminate my parentheses, which was my first step for solving. So if I want to eliminate my parentheses right here, I have negative times negative 2z. What am I going to get with all of this multiplied together, Leah? Positive 2z, right. Because I have two negatives. Those guys cancel out, become a positive. And then 2 times z gives me 2z. Minus 6z equals 8 times negative 4 gives me what, Riley? Negative 32, perfect, because I have that negative on there. Negative times positive gives me a negative answer. So 2z minus 6z, I want to combine like terms now. That's going to give me negative 4z equals negative 32. So Caleb, what do I have to do to both sides to get my z by itself? Yep, just divide by negative 4 because this is negative 4 times z. So I want to divide to get z by itself. So z equals positive 8. Negative divided by a negative gives me a positive.